A few years ago, my dad was in a really bad accident. Luckily, he was wearing his seatbelt. Unfortunately, the other driver was texting and driving and speeding around a corner. By the time the gentleman finally realized that he had crossed over the line, he was already about to hit my dad. I was at work whenever I got the phone call. My mom called me and left a voicemail saying that my dad had been in an accident, everything was okay, and he went to the hospital. Come to find out, he actually hit his head on the windshield and broke his neck. After surgery and everything, he was fine, but the issue is that the other gentleman was texting and driving, as well as speeding. But on the bright side, my dad was wearing his seatbelt, so he didn't go through the windshield. So today I'd like to talk about texting and driving, speeding, and wearing your seatbelt. You are not the only person on the road. There are many other people, many other families trying to go to work, trying to go on vacation. You're not the only one. Speeding, you really shouldn't speed. The 5 minutes that you're going to be late to work is a lot less important than getting into a crash and causing injury to not only yourself, but to others. It's very serious. Texting and driving, not a good idea either. The DMV.org says, research shows that texting and driving, just one conversation, takes your attention away from the road for 4.6 seconds. In the time that goes by, you have gone a football field. A football field is quite a distance. So 4.6 seconds, you have very little time to react. DrivingSchool.net also says that 1 out of 4 accidents is caused by texting and driving. And 10% of adults admit to having a full-on conversation, while 20% of teens admit to having a full-on conversation through text message while driving. I personally think those statistics are a little low with how many people I see on their phone while driving. But each year, about a million people are killed in auto accidents. This is because A, they were texting and driving, they were speeding, or they weren't wearing their seatbelt. Pay attention. It's really simple. Just pay attention while you're driving. Make sure that you keep your eyes in every every mirror. Check your blind spots when you make a turn. Look out for the red lights whenever you're driving down 27. It's pretty self-explanatory. Put your seatbelt on. If you're in a crash and you're in a rollover, the only thing holding you in that car is the seatbelt. By the time the car starts rolling over, the windows break. You can go out the window. If you get in a head-on collision, you're going out the windshield. Just wear your seatbelt. And wear it properly. That means over the hips and across the chest. This includes kids. Kids need to be buckled in their seatbelts. Kids need to be buckled in their car seats. Kids should at least be in their rear-facing car seats for, I believe, 2 years. So, I see countless people driving with their kids just sitting on the back seat. No seatbelt, nothing. And, you can change this immediately. Educate your friends, educate your family. Let them know the kids need to be in seatbelts. They need to be in seatbelts, and they need to set an example. Tell them, put the phone down. It's not worth it. And, it really takes no effort. It takes 3 seconds to put on your seatbelt. It takes no time at all to not pick up your phone. Just leave it down. Leave it in your purse. Leave it off. And although you may be late to work, is it worth it? Is it worth dying over to get to work on time? I am personally a very, very late person. I get ready 5 minutes before I'm supposed to be anywhere, and I end up 15 minutes late to wherever I'm going. but I don't speed to get there. I admit that I'm late, and I drive safely. I leave my phone in my purse because I don't want to lose attention to the road and crash into someone. You know, I've personally been rear-ended. The person behind me was not paying attention. They were on their phone. It's the rate of accidents caused by this stuff is just outrageous. There's no reason for it. So stay alive, you know? We're out here to survive. If you see someone texting and driving, let them know, hey, I'm here. Don't do that. You know, if you're in the car with someone who's texting and driving, who's speeding, tell them slow down, put your phone down. If you get into a car with someone and they don't have their seatbelt on, tell them, hey, we might get into a car accident. Why don't you put on your seatbelt? It's a little bit safer. You know, just educate. It's pretty simple, guys. All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and I'm really glad that this is the very last speech. Thanks, guys.